Guys, we are making this video to let the world know that mom influencers, they need to be stopped. This is a force to be reckoned with. Seriously. What?
I prefer the term momfluencer.
Momfluencer is different, by the way, than influencers who happen to be moms. Like, momfluencer is specifically...
is about momness.
Like, momness. Like, right. I make mommy content, and like, I have a mommy blog and a mommy vlog. If she's
got her daughter on this thing, isn't that momfluencing?
It depends. It's hard to tell with this specific case. Guys, this comes from an anonymous Reddit post on r/True Off My Chest. And this is from, allegedly, a 16-year-old girl whose 45-year-old mother is a Facebook influencer. Here's what it says. My mom has become a Facebook influencer. I used to not care when she took photos, but it's gotten crazy. Everything she does is now posted or live streamed online. Even if somewhere says don't photograph or film, she'd find a way to film it. It was annoying at first, but now it's downright frustrating, especially since 3 months ago when she really got into it. I also completely understand the irony of me posting this on Reddit, but I need someone to hear me out. I don't think it's ironic to post this on Reddit just because it's a social media platform. But anyway, she said, one thing that made me want to write this post was because I've started to envy her followers. She gives them so much more attention than me. She goes off on my dad about how much closer I am with him than her, but I ask to watch a movie with her and she declines. Her reasoning is always that she has a live stream later she's hosting, or a video to film, or her followers are live.
She's like, look, I can't post that. I'll get copyright struck. I can't post it. I'm sorry. She's like, well, I didn't want you to post it. I just wanted to watch a movie with you. She's like, what the hell's that?
She's literally the meme of the mom on Sims whose baby is on fire in the corner. Yes. And she's like, hold on, sweetie, mommy is shit posting. She's turned me down so many times I stopped even trying to hang out with her, since if I do get her around, she's on her phone. One time I asked for her opinion and she snapped that she was tired from her job and that she needed time to post. She live streams so much that I sometimes have to skip meals because she can't have the background noise, and she live streams in the middle of the kitchen. She live streams for hours, and if she had any issue with the internet, she makes everyone power down their devices so that she can get a better connection. Ugh.
I hope this is fake.
I really do too, but I think that even if it's fake, it's based on something that I think a lot of kids are increasingly going through, actually. So whether or not this story is fake, it's definitely a real story in general terms. She also said, another time we went on vacation, every second of it was filmed. When we got to a hotel, we weren't allowed in until she recorded the room, even if we just drove for 8 hours and wanted to sleep. She'd take her time in areas she could photograph. And when me, my dad, and brother tried to enjoy a non-aesthetic place, I felt rushed, like she wanted to go. If we got food, she didn't let us eat or move the food until photos and videos were taken, even having us pose with the food or announce what it is. That one annoyed me. One time we traveled by car for over 10 hours since we ate. When we got a chance to eat dinner, she took my food before I got a chance and was recording it, saying things like, "Ooh, how delicious." And I was so tired and hungry, I gave up and started crying. There's more.
That's so sad.
There's more if you want to get into that. They said that they went on a boat and the mom was live streaming. She was calling out her followers, thanking them and saying how much she loved them all. The boat was going to Alcatraz. And I thought it was so disrespectful, especially because it's a public area that not everyone wants to be filmed. And the history of the island makes me feel that it needs to be respected and not treated as a background to a video.
The dad here is like a problem. Dad.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. The
dad is a beta.
The dad not stepping in and being like, look, it's time to put on your big girl pants and actually be a mom.
I guess it depends on how much money they're making off of her influencer.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
maybe the influencer career is paying for all of this.
Yeah.
All of this stuff.
I Am What I Am said the mother cares more about others than her own children. Sounds like the backstory for a nighttime corner worker, sad world we live in.
It is sad.
Yeah, well, they mentioned the dad in this post, and I think it's worse that the mom is including her kids in all of the content. Like, if it were just stuff that involved herself, I guess that would be a tiny bit
Not if the kid's missing
better.
dinner.
But the child who doesn't have a choice has to be part of this money-making scheme. She said, I feel like I'm going crazy. When she posts about me, I feel exposed, like I have no control. My dad...
That's a problem.
Yeah,
that's a
not good.
huge problem.
You shouldn't be posting
Like,
about your kids without their
Yeah.
Like
you
nobody
should probably
should
just
be-
not be pushing your kids online.
Yeah.
And the irony here is that if this influencer, you know, is a mom and her followers are also moms, they probably have this toxic, like parasocial relationship where they assume that this mom is like the golden, perfect mom who does everything
That happens
perfectly.
a lot. I have a friend who's like always obsessed with the Instagram people.
Yeah.
And she's like, this person on Instagram has this going on in their life. And I'm like, you don't know that any of that's true. This is entirely performative.
Right.
And
You
this
know,
is the
it's
dark
almost
side.
just
Like,
designed to make you feel bad.
I've pointed out to you several times that there's more than a couple of like Instagram accounts that I follow that are very normie, family stuff, and I'm never under the delusion that like you would hope that at the very least this is not their entire life and that it's very different from that. And these channels tend to be pretty open. Like people will do like they'll do AMAs and ask like, you know, like why is one child featured on this channel more than the other? Say, well, it's because this child says they don't want to be featured and I respect that choice from them, and things like that, right? But the idea here is like it's very easy for these things to go bad very, very quickly. When money and fame and adulation get involved. And it is a very dark side of the internet that it's not going away, and it's never going to be regulated. Not in the way even that child actors were regulated. So
No, because it's in their own home. It's in
Yep.
their own house.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember when I realized I had been posting pictures of my kid. You post pictures of your baby, right? You're like, oh, it's my cute baby. And then I was like, oh, wait a second. I forget what age my son was, but it was pretty young. And I was like, I'm not posting anything anymore for him. I put all the photos on private, you know. I was like, this is done now.
I think a lot of people are realizing that, yeah, posting pictures of your children is more dangerous than you think. And just because your mind doesn't see it as something that could be inappropriate, you don't know who's going to see that and what
Right.
context they're going to see it in because they're a creep.
think about like if you really think about it, the way that you look at family photos, right? Back in the day, you would not show a family photo album to somebody that wasn't intrinsically connected to your life.
Right. There would even be on sitcoms, there would be like threats. You know, your new girlfriend will come over. I'm going to show her the photo album. No, Mom, don't.
Exactly. Now the kids' photos are shown without their permission, and that's really funny too. It's like I'm going to show them the embarrassing ones.
The embarrassing one.
And now it's just
Dylan
everybody
on the
makes it a
potty.
public deal to just put their photos out there for everyone to see.
This mom sounds like that Disney executive who ruined his life by becoming
Yep.
an influencer and
Died
then
with his phone in
died
his
with
hands.
his phone in his hand. Yeah.
Oh, that's awful. What's
Yeah.
that story?
We
I don't
made a
even know
whole
that one.
video about it. It weirdly did not get a lot of coverage, but
Oh my
he was
goodness.
a really high up executive at Disney. He left the company to pursue his own self-help empire on social media with his wife,
Who got more famous than him?
who got more famous than him.
And
It
then got
broke
pissed.
them up. It tore them apart. They got divorced. And then he just went into a whole like self-destructive cycle of like drugs and drinking. And yeah, he like died of an overdose in his bed with his phone in his hands, implying that he was in the middle of scrolling
was, like,
through
looking
his
through
comments
Oh, dear.
when he died.
That's
and it's just
awful.
incredibly dark, but yeah, like that's the reality.
That's just awful.
And this is someone, like most ironically, who built a whole brand around helping you become a more well-rounded and
I
well-adjusted
hate
person.
self-help. It's like, nah, you can't help.
It's extremely deceptive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there like a group where I can start where it's like my job is to not help you?
That's a good
Or
one.
just do the opposite?
We'll
How bored must all of these housewives on Facebook be that they're spending hours watching each other hanging out in their kitchens?
that is weird.
Get something better to do. Get a hobby.
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
people are
Play
gonna
pickleball.
No, people are going to mention Nara Smith.
Nara Smith, would she count? I mean, that's more Gen Z watching it.
Okay. But she's still a mom, and she's known for being a mom, right?
Yeah, I mean, that inspires a lot of debate because she makes these cooking videos. They're extremely meticulous and lobotomized. And
I still love the one.
And
of the
people are
lady who
wondering,
makes
you
the
know,
satire one. Where
how
they
real
make-
is it?
The girl makes cinnamon toast crunch from scratch.
No, Nara Smith literally did that, but like not as a joke, like
Cinnamon Toast Crunch from scratch?
or like Cocoa Puffs from scratch.
I watched some woman make Oreos from scratch.
like it's
on
it's
Instagram.
interesting.
And I was just like, really?
It's interesting.
I was glad it was only like, a minute long.
There's the other.
But none of
fake
us are
one.
going to do this for no reason, like for fun.
No,
you
I'm
know?
never going to make Oreos from
No.
scratch
The other
at home.
fake one, I don't remember the channel's name, but it shows her. It's something involving strawberries, and she just takes full strawberries out of the dirt, and people are like, like
Your store-bought strawberries
they're
that she
clearly
stuck in the
store-bought
dirt.
strawberries that she just put in the dirt. And she
Nice.
shows her picking them out of the dirt.
With her clean manicured nails. Yeah. But that's the
Ooh.
kind of content that makes fun of the content that's contrived and staged but doesn't admit it to you.
Brett's gonna make a self-hurt channel.
Self-hurt.
That's gonna get you banned, my friend.
Yeah, that's
Self-hurt
definitely gonna get you
channel's
banned on
get you
YouTube.
banned.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
There's
Yep.
no market for that. But yeah, I think that even if this anonymous post is totally fabricated, there are other kids out there who are going through this exact experience.
And I giggled at a few of the parts there, mostly at the absurdity of it all. But as for the child, that's a truly heartbreaking thing to experience, where it's not even like the very 90s and 2000s problem of your parents are working a lot and just not there because they're providing for you at their job. Now, the parents there, they're just inaccessible.
They just won't talk to you.
They just won't talk to you.
Yeah, I think that her mom needs a serious reality check. She needs to be humbled and she needs to take a social media detox. And her dad needs to stand up for her.
Oh, absolutely. I put this
take
on
some
the dad.
authority. Yeah.
The best way the daughter could would be to make like a anti-mommy influencer channel where she records her mom doing the shots B-roll and
Oh,
exposes
yeah.
the process, and then gets a bigger platform than her.
If she made TikToks showing her mom setting up her
Kind
live
of like
streams and stuff.
like the magicians who get in trouble for revealing the secrets
Yeah.
of being a magician. It should be like, you think it's all fun and games and beautiful, and the mom's like adjusting the shot and getting really, really mad, and like she'll be like, her mom will be filming something, she'll be like, watch this, and she turns a stereo on really loud just to hear her mom be like, turn that off. Like, that's what they should do.
I want to
Get
see
back at
that.
her.
Get revenge.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.